Recently, I had my passport. I had to get it renewed. I sent it back. Comes back gender marker M. Screws everything up. So there's a form in there. If they made a mistake, you can correct it. So I fill out all the proper forms. I'm not calling anybody. I'm not calling the president. I got his personal cell number. I'm not calling anybody. I'm going to see if I can fix this myself, because it's not just about me. It's about all people in this situation, So I even sent a hard copy of my birth certificate, Caitlyn Marie Jenner, gender, sex, female. I did everything. And they sent it back M. They didn't change it at all. So now I'm in a position, Tommy, that what do I do?
Right.
On Tommy Lauren's Outkick show, Caitlyn Jenner is surprised this happened.
I don't know who underneath him was putting this thing together. That all federal documents, it has to be your biological sex at birth. Recently, I had my passport. I had to get it renewed. Comes back gender marker M. But it's not just about me, it's about all people in this situation. What do I do?
I never thought the lepers would eat my face. No, I never thought the lepers would eat my face. We bonded over bigotry, but they weren't supposed to turn on me. No, I never thought the lepers would eat my face. Slow it down now. I never thought the lepers would eat my face. No, I never thought it would happen to me. Bonded over bigotry, but they weren't supposed to turn on me. No, I never thought the leopards would eat my face.
Shout out to Francesca Ramsey. This was one of her best yet, and guess what? It remains true. Caitlyn Jenner voted for it, and best believe she got what she voted for.
This is a safety factor, okay? I can't travel internationally anymore, okay? I can't use my passport. I can use global entry, it says F. I can do this. I can travel in the United States, license, driver's license, pilot's license, everything, gender marker F. So it really creates a big problem. For a lot of people, this is a huge issue,
The story would go as follows. Tap in. Donald Trump signed an executive order which mandated passports to only offer two options, male or female, to match the holder of said passport that they were assigned at birth. The Daily Beast wrote of the aftermath of the order, the Supreme Court allowed the administration to enforce the order by forcibly changing the gender markers on federally issued documents, including passports, which Jenner said affected her in an interview with Lauren. Jenner began identifying as a woman in the year 2015. So it's not hard to do the math here.
During Trump's re-election bid, Caitlyn Jenner was among the people who stunted real hard for him. Do you remember when she said, "We must restore world peace by re-electing Donald Trump"? World peace? How's that going? Not great for a bunch of people. Not going great for Caitlyn Jenner either, but I'm not talking about that little conflict in Iran. Oh, the slug who voted for salt wants to know why the salt is burning her skin. The woman who decided to hug the leopard is now asking, why is the leopard eating my face? And the worst part is, you'll get it fixed. You'll get a hold of him, or he'll see the articles or whatever, and your passport will be fixed. But hundreds and thousands of other trans people will not have that luxury, and you won't give it. Because if it isn't personally affecting you, you don't care. And that's why you deserve to have the leopards eat your face.
Newsweek would have more in their write-up. Jenner's comments spotlight a policy that Human Rights Watch has said could increase the risk of discrimination. A survey of 84,000 trans adults in the United States by the nonprofit Advocates for Trans Equality found that 22% reported harassment, assault, or denial of services when their identification did not match the gender they lived as.
Listen, I know that the instinct with this is to laugh and experience schadenfreude, but I don't think this is funny at all. I don't think cis people understand how dangerous this is for us. And by us, I don't mean trans people. I mean all of us, because every second she's not flying, she's driving, and none of us are safe.
There's more. Besides restricting sex markers in passports, the Trump administration has targeted gender-affirming care for trans youths, pushed for trans women to be barred from playing women's sports, and blocked trans members from serving in the military.
Melted wax figure Caitlyn Jenner wrote a letter to Donald Trump basically saying, hey, this passport policy, I don't know if you realize, but it makes it dangerous for me. Yeah, that was the point. The executive order meant to harm trans people harms trans people. Doi, he doesn't give a about you, lady. This is the policy working exactly how it was designed to work. It was built to force a mismatch. It was to create friction. It was made to make existing in public harder for us. And yeah, whether you think that you're separate from us or not, you're still trans, man. Marginalized people line up, defend the system, carry water for it. And then the second there's backlash, suddenly they're the one out front taking the hit. Ask Kristi Noem how fast loyalty turns to liability. Ask Pam Bondi what happens when things get messy and someone needs to be the face of it.
Via People.com, other high-profile trans celebrities, including Euphoria star Hunter Schafer, have spoken out publicly after their passports were amended to reflect their sex at birth rather than their gender identity. As of 2021, an estimated 476,000 trans adults in the United States of America lacked identity documents with their correct gender marker, according to the Williams Institute. Okay, so here is where I stand on all of this. What I view Caitlyn Jenner as is self-hating to a degree. I really do. I think it's disrespectful for some to call her dead name. Not a fan of this at all. If you want to critique her. But there are ways to go about it. Not a fan of body shaming, not a fan of dead naming, none of it. There is a way to go about this. And it is that she already had her career. She made a name for herself. And I hope that she is happy the way that she is living. But I will also say, oh, you're upset? And you're really peeved that something happened that you voted for? Well, the chickens are coming home to roost, aren't they? Remarkable foolishness from this multimillionaire. And that is exactly the problem with so many of these out-of-touch celebrities and just people overall, is that they don't think about the ramifications. I view it as the ladder effect. Would you hold the ladder and push it down for the next person to come back up? So we're on a level playing field. I am a believer in this. She is not. She doesn't care about the next person. She does not care about her fellow human being. And as one TikToker rightfully pointed out, this is the privilege of being a Jenner or a Kardashian or someone in the top 1% tax bracket. Let's say 2%. Having a direct line to the president. We have seen it with Chrisley's getting off because they donated to a Trump dinner where he got millions and he pardoned them. And the people that they were supposed to pay out through that lawsuit now don't get any of the money. Pure con. Caitlyn Jenner supported him. Caitlyn Jenner helped campaign for him, spread the message for him, did the whole I'm leaving California because it's too wokey pokey. I'm going to another state. California's too meh. Never did. Ironically, she should have seen this coming because at CPAC years ago, if you remember, she was dead named and she was called the T-slur. By who? Trump supporters. So no, I don't feel bad for her. I will never feel bad for her. I feel bad for the people that are now victims of her vote. That is what gets to me, and it should get to you too. Hey, I appreciate you watching. Now, if you can, please do become a channel member by going to youtube.com/TYTsports and clicking the join button. If that's too much for you, you can just go to tyt.com/join to become a member. It helps all of us out here at the Young Turks and keeps our network afloat. In addition, you could follow me on my socials on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate the love. Have a great day.